Hello drama lovers, welcome back to this channel. Today, we're diving into a moment that truly caught everyone off guard. An event that not only stunned fans but also left a deep emotional wound. An actor known for his composure and calm demeanor suddenly couldn't hold back his tears. Shu Kai cried. And it all happened after a long-hidden truth about Tan Songyun finally came to light. What really happened behind the scenes? What secret had Tan Songyun been keeping that shook Shu Kai to his core? Let's uncover it together, slowly, through a silence that holds so much emotion. It all began in a quiet setting. A closed interview, attended only by the production team and a few selected journalists. Tan Songyun appeared as usual, friendly, composed, with that gentle smile that rarely left her face. But that day, something was different. Her eyes looked heavy, her breath shorter than usual, as if she had been carrying something for too long and could no longer bear it alone. The session started off as normal. Questions about her career, new projects, and her friendships with fellow actors. But when one journalist brought up her past, Tan Songyun fell silent. Several seconds passed without a word. And in that silence, one thing stood out. Her hands, tightly gripping her sleeves. She began to speak, softly. Her voice trembled. And then, she began to reveal something she had never shared before, not even with those closest to her. In that confession, Tan Songyun spoke about an old wound she had been hiding. About loss, guilt, and the struggle to keep going when the whole world felt far too quiet. She spoke about losing her mother in a tragic incident that the public knew little about. How shattered she felt when she had to keep smiling for the cameras, even though her heart was empty. How she forced herself to move forward, not because she had healed, but because the world gave her no time to grieve. Every time I go on camera, I tell myself, you have to be strong. You can't cry in front of others. But, today, I don't think I can hide it anymore, she said. Shu Kai, who was also present at the interview to promote a joint project, initially listened quietly. But gradually, his expression changed. His confident, sharp gaze softened with emotion. And at one point, he lowered his head, covered his face with his hand, and cried. It wasn't a loud cry. But that's what made it so painful. Everyone in the room fell silent. No one spoke. No one moved. Some staff turned away, unable to watch two people, normally so strong, now so fragile. Shu Kai crying was no ordinary thing. He cried because he saw someone he deeply admired, hurting so much. And maybe, because all this time, he never truly knew how heavy the burden behind Tan Songyun's smile really was. According to a source at the interview, after the session ended, Shu Kai sat quietly in the waiting room. Silent. Not saying much. Some staff tried approaching him, but he simply shook his head and said, "Please let me be alone for a while." It didn't take long for the news to spread. Media outlets reported on the emotional interview between Tan Songyun and Shu Kai. But what really stirred the internet was the fan reaction. Hashtags like #ShuKaiCryForTanSongyun and #ProtectTanSongyun trended across social media platforms. Many fans began to wonder, what exactly is their relationship? Are they simply friends? Or is there something more? Fans started revisiting past moments that might have gone unnoticed before. The way Shu Kai looked at Tan Songyun behind the stage. How they cheered each other on during filming. Or that gentle smile that appeared when their names were mentioned together. Now, all those moments seemed to take on new meaning. Despite the overwhelming attention, both Shu Kai and Tan Songyun chose to remain silent. No statements. No clarifications. No social media posts. Just silence. And in that silence, the curiosity only grew louder. Fans flooded their comment sections with messages of support, prayers, and love. Many wrote, "We don't need answers. We just hope you're okay." Shu Kai, thank you for showing your human side. Tan Songyun, you are not alone. A few days later, Shu Kai appeared at a public event. But something about him felt different. He still smiled, but there was something missing in his eyes. That spark, usually so bright, was now replaced by a quiet depth. Tan Songyun also appeared at a fashion event. She looked stunning as always, but when asked about the interview, she simply gave a soft smile and said, "There are things better kept in the heart." That answer left everyone speechless. Not out of dissatisfaction, but because they understood. Some wounds haven't healed. Some stories aren't ready to be told. Now, all eyes are on Shu Kai and Tan Songyun. Not just as talented actors, but as two people who clearly carry emotions, pain, and vulnerability, just like the rest of us. Are they just friends who deeply care for one another? Or is there a deeper story they've chosen to keep for themselves? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Shu Kai's tears opened the eyes of many. That in this world of flashing lights and glamorous fame, there's a hidden side. A side that's raw, real, and profoundly human. Hello drama lovers, what do you think about this emotional moment? Do you believe there's something more between Shu Kai and Tan Songyun? Or do you see this as a pure expression of empathy and compassion? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next touching story. See you in the next episode. And until then, protect your heart and your feelings.